Welcome back, one and all. I have exciting news for you. I had exciting news for me when I woke up today because Japanese Weiss Schwarz have put out information for Dengeki Bunko. This is a booster box and two trial decks which release on September 1st. There is no English announcement as of yet. If you want the English version, you may be waiting a long time to almost never. I think people are consensus wise are saying it probably won't be coming out for English. Who knows? It could come out one day. Now, there are a total of 150 types of normal cards, 150 types of parallel inside of the booster box. There are 64 special signatures, rares inside of this thing, 86 super rares, and that is because of the amount of IPs inside of the booster box and the trial decks. There's going to be 15 double rares, and if you want to place that, it's going to cost you a little bit more. There are two trial decks as mentioned, but with the amount of people opening, I feel like it's going to be going down in price. So do look out for some deals. If you want it right away, I saw a little under $400. Now, a very special note, the box topper PRs, there are 51 going first and going second sets. Now, I do want to show this because I am a nerd at heart and I do love 86. So there are 86 super rares, and 86 is in the set. So I feel like the best card in the super rare slot is going to be 86. Hey, I can nerd out in my own video. I'm going to do that. I'm going to subject you to this, okay? But realistically, here is the list of IPs inside of the set. I did not type this out. If you want to actually read all of this, please pause the video and take a look because I do not want to read this. This list comes to you by Kula. I found this out on Discord, so thank you, Kula, for allowing me not to have to type that all out. If you want to find Kula, he is out there on Twitter. He is on the Strictly Broken Twitch and YouTube channels, so check him out. He is a Canadian Weiss Schwarz player, darn good at it. You can see a list of accolades right there. Inside of the booster box, there are going to be signatures, and this is how it is going to work. The SPs will not have signature cards for all of different IPs. It's just not going to happen. What you will see is you're going to see, like on here, a certain magical index. So you have indexes, voice actress, and also author and illustrator signatures. So you can see down the list here, there are some really big names, and they definitely targeted it for certain IPs, right? So this is why this set's going to be really nice. It's not just going to be random IPs that you haven't heard of and there's going to be signatures of that. No, they are going to be pumping it directly at stuff that are the bigger ones. And anybody that loves SAO, you got Asuna. Anybody that loves Bunny Girl, you got Mai. So there's some other ones on here. Toradora, I love that show. And then you have Spice and Wolf. I know people are calling for thousands of dollars on the SP 86. As mentioned, one of my personal favorites, Lena, is showing up as the voice actress, and then again the author and illustrator. So down below, what you're going to notice is SAO, Gun Gale Online, and Heat the Pig Liver. There is no voice actress signatures for that. It is only author and illustrator. That's how we ended up at 64 SPs. Now, what I'm going to do here for you is just give you an example of all of them. What I have here is on the left, Dengeki Bunko. On the right, Sal 10th Anniversary. Why I'm doing this is just to show you again that there are voice actor signatures. As you see here, there's going to be illustrator signatures. There's your Alice. There's your Asuna from Sal 10th Anniversary, which is worth a pretty penny or thousands of dollars. And lastly, your author signature with Dengeki Bunko on the left and Sal 10th Anniversary on the right. So that is what you're going to see signature wise when it comes to the SPs. Now here are some other SPs that Weiss Schwarz have shown off. There's going to be more coming up in today's card of the day. So just be on the lookout on their Twitter page or on their Facebook or their official website. So look at that Taiga. I am so excited for this. Anybody that's known any of these IPs, I guess you're really happy if you got the ones you wanted. There's some people, obviously, that wanted some other IPs that on that list are not showing up. So that's unfortunate for them. They, though, get to save some money where people like me are going to have to pay a bunch of money for this. I'm glad I bought a ton of booster boxes for this. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be harder to pull just because the amount of SPs inside of this case. Now, moving on to the going first, going second, I did want to talk about this just really briefly. So going first, going second are sets of cards that are normally found inside of the booster box of a Japanese Weiss Schwarz case. Normally you get one set per case. What you have here is Yuyute. I'm not going to talk about the pricing on there. The reason why I am showing this to you is because what we have on the screen is there are a ton of sets that have these going first, going second on here. Now, with Yuyute, they have a bunch, but just think about this. Just from Dengeki Bunko alone, there's 51 booster box going first, going second. It almost doubles it, doubles the amount there. And normally, if you go out on TCG, on not TCG player, Nova TCG, right? Nova TCG has some going first, going second sets. Now, some of them go for like $5, some of them go for $10, some went for $13 and sold out. There's some sets that are not as popular. What do you think is going to happen with this one? Right, so these are box topper PR cards. You can take a look at what box topper PR cards go for today. Compare it to what you possibly think is going to happen with these going first, going second cards. It's going to be amazing. Also, just keep in mind that going first, going second, and box topper PR cards normally aren't reprinted. Not to say that it can't happen. The website for Weiss Schwarz does say that it could be considered. It doesn't say no, it's not ever going to happen. So there's always a chance that maybe it never gets reprinted. I will also say that going first, going second cards normally reuse art from some of the cards. Now, just imagine if for some reason this set uses unique art, that would be really cool. I don't think that'll happen just because of everything I've seen before, but hey, you know, you never know. That could also lead to higher prices, but definitely be on the lookout for that. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about are the SP rates, because this is going to be something that with 64 special rares, people are going to be curious about. Again, this is just my guess. What I'm going to do is compare it to Uma Musume. So Uma Musume had 150 type of parallels, and they had 70 special rares. What ended up happening was there were 9 SPs per case. Now, taking a look at Hololive 2, which had 145 type of normal cards, 247 parallels, there were 51 super special rares, 51 special rares. What that turned out to be was 1 SSP and 4 SP per case. My wild ass guess here is I'm going somewhere in between. I think it'd be really nice if they give like 7. If we end up at 7 per case, I think that would be really amazing. Also, it doesn't destroy the value of the SPs as what somewhat could have happened here on Uma Musume, right? Even though you had roughly a 50% chance of pulling an SP per case, that doesn't mean that was necessarily a good thing. Some of these cards were not that expensive just because they weren't as popular. Some of these were most likely going to just never be bought by people just because, again, it is not popular. With this set, what the interesting part about this set, right, is it's targeted to specific IPs. You don't have, just random horse girl, not to be offensive to anybody that liked random horse girl Z, but what we have here is targeted IPs. I don't want to see the destruction of it. And if you notice one other thing about the SPs, there were no triple rares showing up on this list, right? The SP does actually have triple rares. It's just a signed triple rare, and then they happen to upgrade it to an SP. So it's going to be neat to see how these actually play out. Again, I would like to see 7, maybe 6 SPs. I think that would be really fair and keeps the value of the actual cards themselves. Where that lands, I don't know. I was trying to go in between, and I'm like, what is the equivalent of an SSP, right? Does an SSP equal like 3? So then I was like, okay, 3 plus 4 equals 7. Let me get that. But if you're considering that there are triple rare SPs in a way, and then you also have regular ones, and there's probably double the regular character cards, and then because on these screens, right? Let me go back here for you. What you see here is two characters, one triple rare SP, right? There you go. So um, I think I think math wise, proportional wise, four regular character SPs and two triple rare SPs makes sense to me. That's on my six. Six seems like it's okay, and then that ends up to be 1/3 of the time you're going to get an SP. So that's where I land at. With the trial deck side, anyways, this is quite a reminder for anybody that doesn't know. Weiss Schwarz actually stands for something. We have white side and we have the black side. So we have this trial deck Weiss side. There are 3 special rares and 17 triple rares. That is exactly the same as the other trial deck. What is different is the stuff inside. You're going to be seeing different stuff in the form of the IPs. Now, inside of this Weiss side deck, you're going to see Index, which is going to have Mikoto's voice actress Toradora, Minori's, and then we have OreImo. I can't say that right. Ori no Imoto. I'm just gonna go with that. Kirineko's VA. I like that anime, so it's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna show you the SPs right there. Kirineko, I can't wait to get her. I there is a lot that I've already been saying, like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. I would love to have every SP from this trial deck, to be honest. You can see that Toradora looks super cute, and Railgun I just love. I love the music from there. It's just a lot of fun. And now you can see down below are a list of the IPs that are inside of this trial deck. Again, if you want those IPs, you need to buy this trial deck, or at least buy the singles, but this is where you're going to find it, because if not, you're going to get this one, which is the Schwarz side. Again, 3 special rares, 17 triple rares. You're going to find a bunch of dudes inside of it. So let me just show you the guys. The Kirito looks super awesome. These, honestly, I make fun of it. I say the dudes, but these cards look really badass, don't they? I can't wait to actually see them when someone has it, flashes off the cards. I'm more of the Weiss trial deck card, but trial decks. But the Schwarz size, there is nothing lacking in here. They got some dark looking cards. Dark but cool. So down below here is the IPs that you will find inside of this set. It's going to be a magical time opening this. Though unfortunately, I mentioned it before, I'm going to be in Japan during this time, so I will make it a thing to show up on the first to a store and hopefully pick up some of this stuff, open it for myself while in Japan. And then when I come home, there's going to be a hefty amount of product waiting for me to see what's going to be inside. We'll see how long it takes me to open that, maybe years. Anyways, if you need anything from me, as always, feel free to reach out through email, Twitter, write on comment on this video. And lastly, if you use TCG Player, please think about using my link. It costs you nothing, but what I use the money for is giving back on giveaways that happen quarterly. So if you need anything, feel free, like I said, to reach out to me. But as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Good luck, everybody, on this set. It's going to be one hell of a time.